This is a hard to grasp. And now in the regular world, this isn't something that's easy to talk about. And I probably wouldn't really talk about it much unless you come to one of my courses or whatever, which is based on the course, because most people are not going to be able to accept it. And they're going to hear it like blame. Like, I've shared with the mugging. I take full responsibility for getting jumped, mugged, broke my ribs, knocked me. I take full responsibility because I know that nothing can show up in my world that I didn't ask for on some level. It's not like you're necessarily consciously asking for it. You're asking for it through your believing mechanisms, through what you believe about yourself and others, what you believe you deserve. And then the feelings and emotions that come up around that generate a reality to prove that for you. So I made myself available to have done to me externally on the outside what I was already doing to myself on the inside. Knowledge is not the motivation for learning this course. This is the prerequisite for knowledge, only because those who are in conflict are not peaceful. And peace is the condition of knowledge because it is the condition of the kingdom. And in the course, it says we are God's kingdom. It's not a place. God's creation, which we are, is God's kingdom. And our true state of being is peaceful. And so when we're not in peace, we're just not aware of our truth. And because it is a condition of the kingdom, knowledge can be restored only when you meet its condition. You can't have knowledge if you're not at peace. So first you have to manage the conflict and find peace. And knowledge is restored to yourself when the conditions for knowledge are there. And so knowledge, by the way, according to the course, isn't the same as information. Information is something we have here. It's limited at this level. The difference between information and knowledge is like me describing chocolate ice cream to you. It's smooth, it's dark and delicious, it's very sweet, and it's creamy, and on and on and on, whatever. And then I describe the cone that it's on. And you think by my description, you have that information. That's information. Most of what we think is knowledge is just information. And we think we know something because we have this information, but you don't really know chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream until you've experienced it, till you've tasted it and you've had your own experience of it. That's knowledge. You know it because you've experienced it. It's sort of one with you. You know it because it's you. What you're experiencing is you. And so that's knowledge. And knowledge doesn't come by information. It comes by creating a peaceful environment in yourself. And we create that peaceful environment through forgiveness. Knowledge, we already have it. It's not like you're actually gaining anything. You're just becoming aware of it. It's there already. And this is why practices like meditating, centering, and you doing the practice of the course are so powerful, because it's bringing you into that space in your mind where you have access to all knowledge. And what you get there is way beyond anything that any college course or anything else is ever going to be able to give you. It's all knowledge, absolutely circumspect. It sees everywhere, always, present, past, and future. It's all powerful, all knowing, everywhere, always. So that's knowledge, and it's beyond anything we really understand here, but you can have access to that here. And in so doing, bring heaven to earth. That's the idea. So knowledge can be restored only when you meet its conditions. This is not a bargain made by God, who makes no bargains. It is merely the result of your misuse of his laws on behalf of an imaginary will that is not his. Knowledge is his will. If you are opposing his will, how can you have knowledge? I have told you what knowledge offers you, but perhaps you do not yet regard this as wholly desirable. If you did, you would not be so ready to throw it away when the ego asks for your allegiance. The distractions of the ego may seem to interfere with your learning, but the ego has no power to distract you unless you give it the power to do so. The ego's voice is an hallucination. The ego isn't even real. It's a voice you're making up in your head. You cannot expect it to say, I am not real. Yet you are not asked to dispel your hallucinations alone. You are merely asked to evaluate them in terms of their results to you. If you do not want them on the basis of loss of peace, they will be removed from your mind for you. This is the idea that whatever is going on in your world is going on because you want it.
you.